Hello friends, how is your morning going? Today you're going to see the second video of my not yet but hopefully soon famous video series. Hope it helps. And today what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how you can create a multidimensional array like that in Java using the IDE Eclipse, right? So this is going to be the output that we want to have. Kind of like looks like kind of like stairs, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on up until 9. Okay, so up until now, so let's delete that and let's jump right into the code. Up until now, the only thing we have is a class array and our main method. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to work with a multidimensional array. So we want to create, the idea is that we create an array. Let me show it here. We want to create an array, and within this array I want to create another array 0, another array 0, 1, another array 0, 1, 2, and so on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, right? And this is, we're going to continue all up all the way up to 0 until 9. This is what we want to create, and after we created that, we want to take this element, we want to iterate over the array, we want to iterate over the array within the array, and we want to print that to the screen. And in the next line we want to print that to the screen, and the next line we want to print that to the screen, and so on. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, so what do we have to do? First we have to create an array which stores integers. And if you want to create a multidimensional array, we need 2 of these square brackets, right? And we're gonna call this array stats. And then we're gonna say new int, and we're gonna give it a length of 10. So the first array is gonna have a length of 10, and the second it's not created here. We created later on, but we just have to give the reference. Okay. So what is this gonna do? So this is gonna basically tell us we'll create a new array with 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, with 10, let's say, imagine it as placeholders. Okay, so this array that we create here has the length of 10. Okay, so for this array, what we want to do now is we want to create on each position, we want to create another array. Okay, and we want to create an array which has the length of 1, the length of 2, the length of 3, the length of 4, and so on. So we want to create another, like for each position we want to create another array with an according length. So how are we going to do that? Well, we have to iterate over the array, and the way you do that in Java is with a simple for loop, right? So we say for integer is 0. Okay, so from position 0, from this position, up until the length of this array, which is stairs, right? So we go up to I until stairs length. Okay, and each time we are here, we want to increment the I on 1. Okay. And well, we iterate now through it. So we're going to jump here, then 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 we're going to jump here. And each time we are in a new position, what we want to do is we want to, well, create a new array with the according length, right? So we can say stairs with the value I, because this is stairs of I, this is stairs of 0, this is stairs of 1, this is stairs of 2, yeah? We want to create a new array. And which length? What do you think? If you like, you can always pause the video and try it yourself and then come back. Otherwise, just follow me here. So, well, the length here has to be 1, right? The length here has to be 2. The length here has to be 3. The length here has to be 4. So how can we do that? Well, we create a new array, and here the index is going to be 0, and we want to have a length of 1. So, and here the index is going to be 1, and we want to have a length of 2, right? Because we want to store 0, 1 in here and 0 here. So, well, so we have to give it a length of I plus 1, right? Because when the index here is 0 and I want to have a length of 1, and the index, or the I, is 0, and I say 0 plus 1 is 1, so I have a length of 1 here, and then I say, okay, here's the index 1, and I want to have a length of 2, so I'm going to say, okay, it's going to be 1 plus 1, so it's 2, and so on for each position. So this line is going to basically give us now an array like this, but here we're going to have another array with the length of 1, right? I'm just doing that so you can visualize it. And here we have the length of 2, and here we're going to have the length of 3. Okay, note here there are no values in it right now. Okay, and this, well, obviously is going to go up all the way to 9. Okay. Okay, so I hope this is clear. And now what we want to do, now we want to get the values in. We want to store the values in. So we want to store here the value of 0. So we want to put in the value of 0. We want to put in the value of 1 and 0 and 1. We want to put in the value of 1, 2, 3, and so on. Okay, 1, 2, and so on. So how do we do that? Well, obviously we have to iterate over the array again, right? So we do this with another for loop. So we're going to say for, and now we're going to take another running variable. We're going to say integer j is 0. And now we're going to say we go up until, so we iterate. Well, what we want to do is we iterate not over this array, right? Over the inner array. We're going to say over each inner array. We want to iterate over each inner array. Okay? There we go. 0, and then we say 0, 1, and then 0, 1. Like, iterate over each. Well, the values are not in there yet, so iterate over each placeholder, basically. Right? So we're going to say j to, and note that this all happens within this loop, right? So this is a loop within the loop. So first we iterate over every single one of these, and we're also going to iterate over every single one of these, right? So when we place that inside of this loop, what this is going to do is going to iterate over every single inner array. Okay. So yeah, so we want to go from J until stairs of I, so until this reaches its maximum, right? Stairs length. And obviously we want to increment J by 1. Okay. And now we have to store, well, now we have to get in the values. How do we do that? Well, we're going to say now that stairs this array from I on the position I, the jth element, is going to be what value? What do you guys guess? Well, this is going to be 0, right? It's going to be 0, and then it's going to be 1. It's going to be 0, then it's going to be 1, then it's going to be 2. So basically we have to say is J, okay? Because J is going to be 0 here, J is going to be 0 here, J is going to be 1 here, like the index, right? We're iterating over the index. J is going to be 0 here. So imagine an index on top of that. J is going to be 0 here. And stairs ij, so stairs 0, 0 is going to be 0, right? And so on. So if we give it the value of J, what this is going to do is going to write us all these values into the array. Okay. Hope this is clear. I'm gonna delete this here now. Okay, just to see if we don't have any syntax errors. But we do. We do. So we forgot, of course, the I here. Are we good? Okay. So now we have the array with the values inside of it. This one closes our first or our second loop here. This one closes our first loop. And here we want to now, well, maybe it's better if I write it again, just so you guys can imagine it. So we have now our status quo is this 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, and so on. I'm sorry, 0, 1, 2, and so on. And now what we want to do is we want to iterate again over this inner array, right? But we want to iterate over the outer array and over the inner array. And we want to iterate, we want to basically grab this element and print it on the screen. And then we want to grab this element and print it on the screen. And then we want to grab this element and want to print it on the screen, and so on. So how are we going to do that? Well, Java has a for loop which allows us to iterate over an array via element. So we're going to say integer. Let's give it a name. Let's say row. So we have this is just an element that we give a random name to. You can call that however you want to call it. And we're going to iterate over the array, which is called stairs, right? So now we're basically going to grab this element, which is an array, right? Integer array, going to iterate over this, and we're going to grab it, and we're going to iterate over this and grab it, and we're going to iterate over this and grab it. And for each of these elements, right? So for we're going to grab the column basically, and we're going to grab it, and we iterate again over an array. And which array? Well, this one, row, right? So now we're going to grab the 0, and we're going to grab the 0 and the 1, and then so on, right? So realize that here we grabbed an array as an element, right? Integer, array, and here we're going to just grab an integer, right? And then we missing some of these. And now indent that nicely. And now we want to print it out. So what do you think we're going to print out? Well, we're going to say system out print, and then we're going to say we're going to print out, sorry, so we're going to print out this value, column. I just called it column. You can call it however you want. And just for the styling, we're going to give it a bit of space. And then, well, if you print it out that, it's going to be not it's going to be correct, but it's not going to be the output that we want. So we're going to say also here system out print line. Just going to print a line to make it look nicer. And this is basically it. And now we just have to run it. And it's going to give us this 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, 5, and so on, all up until 9. Okay, so this is the implementation of how you can work with a multidimensional array and print out this stair-like figure, right? So yeah, small little coding challenge. Nothing too complicated, but I really hope this helps and kind of makes some people understand more how it is to work with multidimensional arrays. Okay, see you in the next video.